Hello and welcome to the What Leigh Makes YouTube channel, or welcome back. It has been a long time since you have seen this face. It is amazing to have you back, and it is amazing to be back. I haven't sat in front of a camera and had a camera look at me for a long time. I think August. We are now on the 1st of March 2023. I think it was some point in August when I was last in front of a camera. So I may be a little bit chaotic. It takes some getting used to stare at yourself in a camera. Very weird. My name's Leigh. This is a YouTube channel where you can find out about my crafting adventures. At the moment, it's mainly knitting and sewing. I'm exploring some fibre crafts. I think that'll be something I get into. I enjoy needle felting too. I want to learn cross stitch, embroidery, crochet. And I'm sure there'll be a whole host of things to explore at some point when I have time. So today's video is really chatty. Please do go and get a drink. I have just some squash. I had actually made a cup of tea, sat down to film, and then a family member phoned and was like, I'm coming around yours. It's like, oh no, okay, fine. So I just don't want another cup of tea sort of straight after. So I've got squash. I've filmed this intro several times. I can't remember if I've done this. So my name's Leigh. I'm 28. I live in a small town in Warwickshire, which is quite central in England. And yeah, it's nice to have you come and join me for however long this video takes. I think it's going to be quite chatty. There isn't, like, spoiler alert, there is not much in terms of finished objects. I have one finished object for knitting. I do have a lot of sewing. I've done a lot of sewing recently. I don't actually have any of that with me. We'll explain later on. I'm going to film what I've been sewing recently video at some point. Not too sure when that will happen. It's on the list. Really sorry for lighting too. I know it's not ideal. It is what it is. I have some notes down here, so I keep looking. So I have not filmed. I've not sat in front of a camera for, I think, since August. I think I've just said that. Because I was made redundant. It was a voluntary redundancy. So I took quite a hiatus. So I'd initially filmed my podcast while I was in work. I had a 2-hour break every day. So I just filmed the podcast during my break as and when my young person was out of the house. And then would, edit it, upload it, whatever, as and when. I loved my job. I worked so many hours a week. Unfortunately, the company that I worked for is still going. It's still going strong. They've still got jobs going, but they were closing the region that I worked in down. They did want me to transfer region, and I just wasn't sure. I now do really regret leaving, but I wasn't sure it was right. Just purely based on sort of logistics of travel and transport and stuff. But that's what it is. So I took voluntary redundancy. That was, they'd initially made it for the end of August and then asked me to stay an extra month. At this point I'd already got another job, so then had to delay starting the next job by a month, but whatever. So I did that, loved it. It was really sad to go. I did start another job with another company. Did that for a month. I was offered numerous jobs. I chose this one particular job and just didn't enjoy it at all. It just wasn't right. It just didn't sit right with me. There was several issues that I found and just wasn't happy. I wasn't going to stay in a job I didn't enjoy. So I left there after just over a month and went to the job that I'd initially turned down to take that job, if that makes sense. I've been there since, I've been there 3.5 months now, I think. I sort of still trying to find my feet in it. I don't know if I enjoy it, but it is what it is. Like, I had bigger, more important things on my mind than work, so it's what it is. I have also been in the process of buying a property, moving. That was really stressful. So when I worked with my young people, I used to have 2-hour breaks and I film a podcast during work. I didn't have at home. I didn't have a feasible space or time to film. Wasn't ideal. My personal life's been really chaotic for these last few months, but we're getting there. I've bought my own place now. It's a 1-bed flat. It's really small, but it's got a balcony. I'm really happy with it. I got the keys on Friday. Today is Wednesday, so I've had the keys 5 days. So I've been in sort of 5 days, slowly decorating, slowly painting, slowly cleaning, slowly moving things in. Once I'm in and settled, I have a load of videos that I really want to film, just as and when. I want to get this video up just to say that I come back. I plan to come back at some point. But yeah, there's other work to do before I'm in a position to, like, I'd love to do like a stash tour. I really want to do like a whip roundup. So I very deliberately in this video will give you kind of a chat update of where I've been, what I've been doing, why I haven't been here, which I kind of have just done. And then I'll just show you the one finished object from knitting that I've done. There will be a separate sewing video once, because I literally I don't have a wardrobe. I've currently got a couple of dresses and a load of gym wear. I wear gym wear now for work, purely because it's sorry, I've got just purely because like the nature of the job I do, it's just not feasible to wear nice dresses. So I've got a couple of dresses hanging up on the back of the door, and then I've got gym wear in a suitcase out of shop over there. Once I've got a wardrobe, I can start bringing kind of all my dresses, all my nice things, but I just haven't yet had a chance to go and get a wardrobe or a bed, an air mattress, which I've borrowed off a partner, which is another big change in my life at the moment. Has done me for the last couple of days. What else I need to tell you? So there is sorry, I've been cleaning all morning. It's 10:20 at the moment. I never had to tell you this, but I have a dust allergy, so I'm really like struggling when I moved in. But we're getting there. The bedroom is the first place I cleaned because it was the place I was going to decorate first, which I've sort of done. There's bits and pieces left to do, and then I wanted to get the kitchen clean, which I've spent the last few days doing, like a really deep clean. And I've just finished it today, and definitely feels like on top of the cupboards were manky, really manky. So I just feel really just want to go and have a shower. Not that I've showered up in the gym. So I'm going to film I always lose my train of thought. I'm going to film a load of videos once I'm in and settled. I feel like I've done more knitting than the one finished object I've got, but not a lot. But I've certainly like picked stuff up and started and then put down. I just haven't really been in the right headspace for knitting, and I also knew that I could knit once I've moved into my home. I didn't know how long it would take to be able to sew, because having this sewing machine, I need a table. Didn't know how long it would take to get decorated and find the table and stuff. So it's just not. I wanted to prioritise sewing because I didn't know when I'd be able to do that next, and then knitting I could do as and when. So I've left all of my whips. I can't wait to show you all my plans. Like this year I want to sort through all my whips, so it's driving me nuts. So I have one finished object with knitting I'll show you later. I can't remember how much I had on the needles that's filmed, which is interesting. But you'll see everything once I'm in and settled. I've just alluded to, I also now have a partner. That was something I didn't have when I worked like 110 hours a week. I didn't have time for a relationship. I am now in a relationship, which is really nice, but I forgot, it's been a long time since I've been in a relationship, and I forgot how much time commitment there is involved in having a partner. So that's partly why I haven't done as much knitting as I think I'd like to have too. I'm just trying to balance spending sort of quality time with them and just life in general. It is what it is. I'm sure I'll find my feet at some point. I'm sure I've said this, I have bought my own place, so that I've now got space. I live on my own, so I can now film anytime I want to, which is really nice. So hopefully podcasts are coming back. I think the next month or so will probably be a bit busy. I don't know how much I'll get done, but we'll get there. We will get back on track. I don't know whether or not I've started this video several times and just stopped and started. I think it's really hard. I think I still find it quite weird to sit in front of the camera anyway, and because I haven't done it for like 5 or 6 months, it's really like, it takes some getting used to. So I did like mention snippets of kind of what was going on in unboxing videos, and I think I mentioned it in the Rip a Skirt Macrame video, but I don't know what has gone up, what hasn't gone up, what you might have seen. So this is just a quick chatty video to kind of let you know what's been going on. I think that was everything I wanted to cover. So I've taken hiatus, I got made redundant, I started a new job, I started the process of buying the property, I left the job, I started another new job, I finally moved into my own home, and I'm now in a relationship. So that's kind of where I've been, why I haven't been around. It is what it is. I'm hoping to have regular content again soon. I've got loads of ideas for videos, loads, as when I've sort of settled and got space and time. So the only knitting finished object I have is, and I will point out, this is not the only knitting I've done, it's just the only thing I finished, or it's the only thing I can find that I've finished, I think, recently. But I plan to do a video on all my whips, which I think would be really fun. I want to focus on my whips this year and get them done. But then I'd also really like to do a video on, I might do like a sock drawer tour. I don't know, I don't have that many, but I'm thinking of like going through and like showing everything that I've made up to the point of whenever I make the video. Sorry, I think my phone had a brat. And then kind of it's all done. I don't know. I haven't decided. I don't know if it would be something you guys are interested in. If it is, please comment down below. So the only thing I have actually finished is a pair of socks. I don't know when these were cast on. I can't remember when they were cast off. I do need to go through Ravelry and just make sure that's all up to date too. I will, once I've moved, got all my stuff in one place. That'd be great. So a pair of socks, they're just plain vanilla socks. You can see they still need ends weaving in. These are made in Opal True Love in, what's the colourway? I can never remember which way around this is, but I'll just show you the label. I don't like the balls that they come in, so I always like hand wind them like that in the ball. It's just self-patterning, like red, bit pink. It's really pretty. I think I might have actually started these maybe for the Rainbow Chronicles Sock Along, whichever year that was, 21 maybe. I've got so many whips on needles and just it's driving me nuts. So they need to be ends woven in and blocked, and then that's them done. I use the pattern Vanilla Socks on DPMs by, I think that's Crazy Sock Lady. Yeah, by Kay Litton. I think it might be a free pattern. She's definitely got a video on YouTube about it, and then I just got a pattern, I think it's on Ravelry, for it too. They would have been knit on DPMs. Yeah, that's literally the only FO I have to show you. I do have a load of sewing FOs, but they'll be in a separate video, in like a what I've been sewing recently video maybe. Again, we'll see. I can't wait to film the whip parade, whip roundup. I don't know what I'm going to call it. That's something I'm really excited for. Yeah, I've still got to schedule videos. I have videos uploaded, videos scheduled to be uploaded. So content has still gone up, just not podcasts, and that will continue. I don't know when the next podcast. I don't know when the next sit down and talk video will be. Hopefully soon, but for anyone that has bought a moved house, you know how stressful it is to sort through everything, move everything, all the cleaning, all the decorating. It doesn't help that this is my first home too, so I have literally nothing. It's all go my end at the moment, but it's okay. It'll be fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything else to say. I just feel like I don't know. I thought this video would take a lot longer to film than it did. But I've actually really enjoyed being back in front of the camera, which is amazing. Yeah, so I don't know what else to say, so I'll leave it there. Obviously, please do comment down below if there's any videos you particularly want to see, if there's anything you want me to cover. But do obviously bear with me. I'm in quite a busy time at the moment. But it's really nice to be back. So I didn't tell you what I was wearing, and this is a homemade dress. It is the B6590 something, 6490 something like that. If you go back to any of my previous podcasts, it'll be whatever dress I mentioned there. All of my dresses, spoiler alert for what I've been sewing, all of my dresses are the same pattern. It's just a go-to pattern for me. The fabric is from, I'm sat on the floor because I don't have, you're sat on a camping chair in front of me, and I'm sat on the floor. This is what it is. The fabric is from Mozo Times in Coventry on the Fosal Road. It is like I think it might be a denim. It's a really lightweight denim with just pink flowers on it. And then the bias bind, so I'm flashing my knickers. Bias binding is like teacups, biscuits, jam, preserve. I can't remember where that's from. It is 100% cotton. I always like a nice pretty bias binding to kind of finish things off. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I look forward to sitting back down with you guys again at some point soon. Bye!